Good morning. This is lesson 148 for language. Please find a paper and pencil and write the information down. You may pause the video. Now that you have written everything down, we will proceed. We're going to be introducing the dictionary, and we're going to be talking about how you find words in the dictionary. So, in your pages, you should have page 168 and 169. So, we begin. What are some things that we can use a dictionary for? We could find words with their meanings. We can find how a word is said and how a word is spelled. How are words arranged in a dictionary? They are arranged in alphabetical order. When you look in a dictionary, you find different parts. So on our chart, it says dictionary, right? So what do you find when you look for a word in a dictionary? Yesterday we talked about the two words at the top of the page, which was the first word on the page and the last word on the page, right? But when you find the word, what information about that word do you find? You find the entry word, which is the word that you were looking for. You find how you pronounce the word. You find what part of speech it is, if it's a verb, if it's an adverb, if it's a noun, how is it modified. Many times, there are many words that have different functions depending on how it's used in a sentence. So right now, this ship is only used as a noun. So that's why it only says noun. But there are other words that you will find different parts of speech, right? The next thing that you find is that you find a definition, and it will be that how many definitions it has, because again, it's all depending on how you use it in context. So then you find a definition. And then it tells you different ways that you could use that verb or that word. In this case, right? It's a noun. If you could be used as a verb, and then it could be used in past tense and in present progressive. Okay, so that's when you look for a word, that's how it's presented to you. You find your entry word, you find the pronunciation, you find the part of speech that it is, if it's a verb, a noun, an adjective, right? You find the definition of the word, and you find an example sentence of the word. And sometimes you may find more than one sentence depending on how that word is being used. Now we're going to move on to our board work. Please arrange the words in alphabetical order. So it would be, number 1 will be axe. Number 2 will be banquet. Number 3 will be bridge. Number 4 would be nature. Number 5 would be snow. And number 6 will be umbrella. Now let's go to our next section, section B. When you are looking for a word in the dictionary, you might find, okay, so we're looking for gallop, right? You're going to look for your letters. Usually all of the words on your page are going to start with the first 2 letters. Look at your third letter. And then you're going to look for words, for the word that has that letter comes in between. So does L come between R and T, or I and M, or A and A? L comes between R and T, I and M, or A and A? Sorry. I'm waiting on, like, if you guys were going to answer me. Okay, exactly. It would be glad and glass. No, that's not it. I marked the wrong one. It will be gate and gain, right? Because it's been between I and M. L comes between I and M. Let's go to melon. Again, I'm going to look for my third letter. So L, does it come between E and M, S and S, or A and C? It will be meeting and member. L comes between E and M. Our last one, puppet. Again, I'm going to look at my third letter. Does P come in between Y and E, T and T, N and R? And the answer is N and R. Now, when you're looking for a word in the dictionary, you don't have to begin to look from the letter A. You look for the word beginning, you look for the letter that begins your word, right? The dictionary is, usually dictionaries are divided. If you look at, some of them have like shading edges on the side, or they have a little marks, like little black marks. If you look at those marks, the dictionary is divided into 3 sections. So depending on what word you're going to look for is what section in the dictionary that you're looking for, okay? Sometimes they have indentations. So look and see how your dictionary is letting you know the different sections of the dictionary. That way you don't have to start from the beginning of the dictionary to look for a word that starts with V. You go immediately to that section, and then you have less to look for, because imagine starting from A to look for a word that starts with V will take forever, right? So you begin, you look for the section. Each dictionary is designed differently, so you need to see how your dictionary divides the section in it. So let's move on to our worksheet. It's right in my hand. Okay, so you have the page, an example page of a dictionary. This was to show you, again, your entries. The same thing that I show you on the chart, right? It has your entry word, how you pronounce it. It tells you what it is a contraction. And then it gives you a sentence here. Shield, how you pronounce it, what function it is in this in speech, what definitions it has depending on the function that you're using it in a sentence, and they're giving you an example sentence for each definition. There's the example sentence. And then they give you, this one is a noun, but this noun can be transformed into a verb. And you could use it in past tense and in present progressive. See? So that's the purpose of this. So you could see how a dictionary lays out the information for you. Entry word, pronunciation, parts of speech, definition, example sentence. and there's an example sentence for each definition. And then at the bottom, it tells you how to use it, or it tells you different forms of that. So this is the noun, well, this is the verb, and this is the different forms of that verb that you could use. Past tense, present progressive. Okay? Moving on to our worksheet for today. A conjunction is a word used to join words or groups of words in a sentence. And, but, or. Bananas and oranges are fruits. The nervous lion paced and growled. My baby sister cries and yawns when she is tired. I raked the yard, but more leaves fell. Isn't that the truth? Circle the conjunction in each sentence. Dad or Auntie Julie will be picking you up after school. Or our beagle dog howls and barks often. Howls. And there he is howling. Oh, how cute. You may sit on the sofa, or you may sit on the rug. Or I vacuumed the carpet, but it is still messy. Did not do a good job, or the vacuum cleaner is no good. New vacuum cleaner. Charlie thought about his answers. And in the blank, write the contraction of the word in parentheses. Mr. Larson said that Mrs. Larson said that she will teach us how to draw. She'll. They are painting their house blue and white. Claire dropped her cup and now it is chipped. Caden will not be at home tomorrow. We are going camping next weekend. Use proofreader marks to insert all necessary commas. Complete this, and we will discuss this during the meet. Make sure that you have your paper ready. Do not get up and walk away to get your paper. It should be right next to you, ready. Okay? Let's see who follows instructions. Remember, first-time listeners. See you later.